The thoroughbred is a magnificent animal, bred for speed, bred to compete, the sport of kings.
Wow, West Coast has it by 6.
It's the all-new Let's Go Racing from Parks Casino and Racetrack. It's action-packed and fun for the entire family.
3 of them are right together with 1 furlong to go.
Let's Go Racing is brought to you by the Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association. It's fun to see them run.
Welcome to Let's Go Racing. I'm Danny Gibson here joining you with Dick Girardi, coming to you from Parks Racing to bring you all the latest in horse racing and news around the country. On today's show, we're behind the scenes at Keeneland for their opening weekend in support of the Pennsylvania bred Just One Time that runs in the Grade 1 Madison. And it was the final round of Kentucky Derby prep races with the Wood Memorial in New York, the Toyota Bluegrass Stakes at Keeneland, and the Santa Anita Derby. But it's a Grade 1 we're going to watch at Keeneland that captured our hearts this weekend.
No question. Look, we remember that Just One Time. We had Donnie Brown on the show when she went down to Florida, won the inside information with first time with Brad Cox, and at that point said, well, what's going to be next? Well, it's going to be the Madison at Keeneland, Bluegrass Day, opening weekend at Keeneland. Bruce Casella's going to be there. Jeff Maddie from the PTHA is going to be there. And it could only be topped off if the horse runs like, well, wins maybe even.
Well, let's get to it. It's the Grade 1 Madison. It's a stacked field for fillies and mares going 7 furlongs, $500,000 purse. And our Pennsylvania bred Just One Time is the post-time favorite, 2-1. Gets Flavian Pratt.
Was 4-1 in the gate, and then 2-1 when they came out of the gate. The late money flew in on Just One Time, and Flavian Pratt, one of my favorite jockeys, gets the ride.
Oh, me too. And Brad Cox has second choice as well. Lady Rocket, 5-2. Irad Ortiz getting some top riders out there.
Right. So Lady Rocket comes off a 107 buyer back in December. Hasn't run this year though, and there's a little bit of speed, so maybe she gets caught up in a speed.
Here's the call of the Grade 1 Madison Stakes.
There goes Lady Rocket outrunning for the early lead. Scylla down toward the inside. Here's Kamari moving up toward the outside. Lady Rocket has the advantage by a half length. Kamari goes second in between horses. Club Car up close, far outside from third. Now second now to challenge for the lead. Calypso backs away in the center of the track and fourth. Scylla shuffled to fifth into the inside as they head up the back stretch. And then Four Graces, a lane off the rail. She travels in the sixth position. Center aisle, seventh to her inside. Just One Time is eighth. And late running Bell's the one, ninth and last as they head for the far turn. 22.11 the time for that opening quarter. Lady Rocket and Kamari 1-2 separated by a neck around the turn. Club Car third up on their outside, and then Scylla in fourth position. Calypso has lost ground in fifth and is now 9 lengths off the lead. Four Graces to her outside, center aisle. Then Bell's the one, has to go wide from the back, still 10 from the front. Just One Time is last, top of the stretch in the Madison. Lady Rocket the leader, Kamari second. Scylla looks for running room, switches lanes to the outside, now to third, and then Club Car is in fourth. Bell's the one is fifth, and Bell's the one is coming down the center of the racetrack. Just One Time is running behind her. Bell's the one, Lady Rocket, Kamari between that pair. Just One Time far outside is in fourth. Bell's the one to the lead, but Just One Time is coming after her. Just One Time running after Bell's the one. Just One Time. Flavian Pratt to win it. Bell's the one second.
Just One Time and Flavian Pratt get the win in a super thrilling fashion from last to first. Like you said, outkicked the closer. Bell's the one.
Yeah, this was amazing. I mean, first of all, just One Time again didn't break particularly well. Remember her earlier races was all speed. Then she came from behind at Gulfstream Park. On the turn, she drops back to last. Bell's the one passes her, and when Bell's the one passes you, you don't come back and pass Bell's the one. Well, she did. It was an astonishing race. 95 buyer. They got their Grade 1, and yeah, who knows what's next, but a lot of possibilities for Just One Time down the road.
Oh, very exciting filly on our hands. And here's much more with our very own Bruce Casella, who has a very exciting feature with PA bred Just One Time.
There's some horse flesh out here like you never see, right?
The dream to have a great racehorse started 30 years ago for Donnie Brown. But this business is hard, with more downs than there are ups. But 4 years ago, on Easter Sunday and April Fool's Day, Donnie Brown's dream started to become reality. This is Pennsylvania bred Just One Time as a foal, then as a beautiful 4-year-old, getting ready for a race down in Florida, the Grade 2 Inside Information.
Just One Time almost home. Four Graces surging, but out of time. Just One Time is in front.
Today, Just One Time is about to become a star at a place where stars are made, at historic Keeneland Racecourse. Donnie Brown and his partners, including Tom McClay and Todd Mosteller, are about to witness a dream become reality.
I'm nervous. I don't know. They say you never get over it, so just hope for the best. Just hope for a good race, and she does well.
When you're able to potentially lead a horse over here with this kind of ability and out of respect for the animal and the ability that these horses have, every one of these horses is a fabulous horse, and they don't come around very often. And you got to respect them and have an immense amount of respect for the horses and what they do, especially at this level. It's pretty amazing.
It's been a long journey, but a good one. It's just unbelievable. When you're putting them on the ground, you always wonder what they're going to be like, but very few of them come out and run like this. Donnie Brown, thanks. Let's go get him today. We love it.
He's training great.
And you're riding good. We've been rooting for you the whole time. You're riding good, buddy.
Flavian Pratt.
Todd Mosley.
Hey, how are you? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Good luck.
Thank you. She should break way better.
All right. Only thing we heard last time is he said she didn't start running until he stopped getting dirt in her face, then she took off. If you take your time and treat them right, you have a chance.
You're back, Bob.
Let's go on with it.
The field coming out onto the track for the Grade 1 Madison here at Keeneland. Just one time. She was so impressive in the Grade 2 inside information last time out of Gulfstream.
Tom, I don't know what to tell you except we're here and we're hoping she breaks good. All right, Tom, good luck. Talk to you after. Bye-bye. All right, partner. Good luck, Johnny. All right, partners. All right.
And they're off in the Madison.
She stumbled. She stumbled.
Just one time is 8th, and late running Bell's the one, 9th and last, as they head for the far turn, 22.11.
Unfortunately, she's well back. Yeah, he took her back. He's trying to get her outside.
Just one time is last, top of the stretch in the Madison. Lady Rocket the leader, Kamari second.
Get her outside! Get her outside! Get her outside! Come on, girl! Get outside! Come on, girl! Get outside! Come on, girl! Come on! Go! Come on! Come on! Come on! Come on! I can't believe it! Hey, partner, can you believe that? She makes us wait for her, but she comes. Donnie! Oh, my God! He brought her from so far back! Holy Jesus! Yeah. Oh, congratulations, Chris. I love you. You know what? We can be PA proud now.
This is the toughest game in the world, and it's times like this that make all the other bottoms of the roller coaster worth it. It's the toughest game in the world, but it's the greatest game in the world. So it's to be partners with a friend like Donnie. We've been really good friends for a period of time.
Thank you, Todd.
And it's just magic how it worked out, and it can't feel any better. It's very satisfying. As horsemen across the country know that there's a lot of work that goes into this, and it really comes down to 1 minute and 22 seconds. And to have a horse run like that for you, we got a lot of respect for the horse, and it's an amazing feeling.
Way to stay with it, buddy. I can't believe it. Thank goodness for you. Brad, you brought a tear to my eye. Thanks, man. Well, she always scares us, huh, Brad? He dreams big, and he teaches me to dream big, which helps a lot. The day it all starts, you never know quite what you have, and you don't believe until a friend tells you, listen, we have a chance here, and we have to go take it. And he coached me up, and he got us here, and it's been terrific. It's been terrific. And we made a lot of good friends along the way. Taken in a couple of really good partner friends on the way. And I know today all the people back on the farm that put her on the ground when she was a baby are at home in Pennsylvania, just gone crazy right now, probably celebrating themselves. But the people at the farm, the trainers, the jockeys, the current connections with Brad Cox, so many good people, so many new connections. Todd and I have been friends for a while, and I think now we have a even better reason to stay friends.
To win a Grade 1 race is the highest of highs in thoroughbred racing and next to impossible from the smaller racetracks we have here in Pennsylvania. But as you just witnessed, dreams can and do come true. The goal now is the Breeders' Cup right back here at Keeneland in November.
Thank you, everybody, and congratulations for being here. Thanks Tom McClay, who didn't make it, but the McClay family, our partners. The Tom Mustoller and family for being here, our partners. Brad Cox for doing one hell of a job. Flavian Pratt for giving her a good ride, and I don't think it gets any better than this. This is just unbelievable. Thank you.
Let the dream continue. Bruce Casella for Let's Go Racing.
So happy for Donnie and all his partners. I mean, just a thrill of a lifetime for them.
Yeah, no question. Never won a graded stake. Now he's won 2 graded stakes, including Grade 1. And as Bruce said in the feature, the goal now will be Keeneland in November for the Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Sprint. Who's to say she can't win? She's just that good. Fascinating story, Danny. I talked to Donnie Brown on Monday about the breeding of this horse. By not this time, who was a really good 2-year-old for Dale Roman, just missed winning the Breeders' Cup Juvenile at Santa Anita, around 102 buyer. But the mare I'd never heard of, Ida Clark, so I looked her up. She broke her maiden for 10 at Charlestown, then won an 8 claimer, and I'm thinking, well, why are you breeding this horse? So what Donnie wanted was a Speightstown mare, and she is by Speightstown, and wanted to breed her to Liam's Map, who's a half-brother to Not This Time, couldn't afford Liam's Map, went to Not This Time, and here's the mare that he got, just one time. It's an awesome story, and he's since sold Ida Clark. Wish he didn't, but it's okay. This horse has won over $500,000 and is the second leading earner for this sire. The leading earner is Epicenter, who might be the Derby favorite.
Wow, well, very exciting story and really exciting to watch as this unfolds. Time for us to get to our first break. When we come back, it's Kentucky Derby prep races from around the country. All this coming up on Let's Go Racing.
It is early voting, trying to take them wire to wire here.
Did you know the Pennsylvania horse racing industry provides health care and pensions for thousands of workers who in turn spend their income supporting local communities? And we do it with 0 tax dollars while creating tens of thousands of jobs.
The PA Horse Breeders Association introduces the Pennsylvania Stallion Series. 4 brand new races to be run at parks for PA-sired, PA-bred 2-year-olds. There are 2 $100,000 contests on August 22nd. PA Day at the races. September 24th, PA Derby Day has 2 more races, each with a $200,000 purse. The PA Stallion Series. Yet another reason why Pennsylvania is the premier place to breed and race. For more, please visit pabred.com.
Welcome back to Let's Go Racing. Our national coverage is brought to you by the Chapman Group. If their emblem's not on the back of your car or truck, well, you did pay too much. Let's get into these Kentucky Derby prep races. We're going to go back to Keeneland. It's the Grade 1 Toyota Bluegrass. $1 million purse for our 3-year-olds going 1 1/8. And our favorite is Smile Happy. Kenny McPeak, Corey Lannery at 9 to 5 post time.
Was a really, really good 2-year-old last year. Just the 1 race this year. Ran a pretty good second to Epicenter and the Risen Star. And this is the race that Kenny McPeak had been pointing to. And I don't think he's even going to have him at his best this time. He wants to have his best next time on May the 7th.
Well, Zandon takes second choice for Flavian Pratt, a name we're going to hear a lot. He's moved his tack to Kentucky and will be going up to New York this summer for trainer Chad Brown.
Right, and Zandon finished right behind Smile Happy, and I think you could make a case that he might have even been a little better than Smile Happy given the trips in that race, but these are the 2 on paper.
Here's the call of the Grade 1 Toyota Bluegrass Stakes.
Emmanuel, the leader. Emmanuel leads it by 3/4 of a length. And then Golden Glider second 3/4 of a length. Smile Happy is third up on the outside. Volcanic, a lane off the rail in 4th. Fenwick moves by to his inside, takes over 4th by just ahead. And then Trademark, who's 3 lanes off the rail, in the 5th position. Ethereal Road is in 6th. Blackadder's a wide 7th. And then Command Performance comes next onto the far turn. Zandon in behind horses 8 lengths off the lead, has Rattle and Roll to his outside. It was 48.39 seconds for the opening half mile. Emmanuel, the leader, on to the final turn. Emmanuel by just a length. Golden Glider second 3/4 of a length. Smile Happy is right there, third up on the outside as they round the turn. And then comes Trademark in 4th. Rattle and Roll angles to the far outside fence. fifth, still 9 lengths off the lead, just outside of Ethereal Road. Moving by the quarter pole, Emmanuel, the leader. Smile Happy now takes aim from the outside. Here's Smile Happy to take the lead from Emmanuel into the final furlong, and Zandon is running late. Zandon has moved through all kinds of traffic from the back of the pack, and he is now taking command.
And Zandon did not have a perfect trip, and he was the most impressive in this race, getting the win with jockey Flavian Pratt.
Yeah, there are very few jockeys, Danny, on the far turn when you're surrounded by the entire field would have been fiddling with their goggles like Flavian Pratt was. He's so calm, so relaxed. He's waiting for the moment. When the moment came, Zandon was ready. He busted through the hole, came running after Smile Happy, ran him down, got a 98 buyer. This is a major Derby contender.
And Smile Happy ran a great second, and I love on Twitter, Kenny McPeak said, I'm bringing a bear. Someone's going to have to beat us. They're going to have to bring a bear to beat us. And Chad Brown said, well, I brought a bear.
And with a picture of a bear on his Twitter feed. It's very nicely done by Chad.
Yeah, we love that. Well, we're going to keep it going. We're going to head to New York. It's the Grade 2 Wood Memorial Stakes for our 3-year-olds, going a 1.125 miles, $750,000 purse. And our favorite is Morello for Steve Asmussen.
Yeah, Morello is undefeated and has won all his races big. He's speed. The question is, how is he going to be able to outrun early voting at the start?
To take co-second choice, but let's talk about early voting for Chad Brown, 2-1, Jose Ortiz.
Yeah, early voting is just, I mean, both of his races, powerhouse. The Withers was a really big win. Typically, you don't think of the Withers as a significant Derby prep, but that was a pretty good one.
Here's the call of the Wood Memorial Stakes.
As the 3-year-old colts head for the backstretch, the opening quarter was run in 23 4/5 seconds, and it is early voting. Setting the pace here and leading by a half length. AP Secret keeping up the pressure on the outside in second. And then it is Baris and Golden Code. The two of them are third and fourth. The two New York breds are third and fourth. Then 2.5 lengths back to Skippy Longstocking. Mo Donegal is down at the rail. Long Term is coming on through, and Morello continues to trail right now about 7 lengths from the lead. The half was running 47 3, and it is early voting on top as they go around the far turn. Early voting 3/4 of a length. AP Secret is in second. Baris is next in third. Skippy Longstocking runs in fourth, and now Mo Donegal begins to pick it up. Mo Donegal is gaining ground towards the inside. Morello is now up to sixth, but with an awful lot to do as they hit the top of the stretch. 3/4 went in 1:11 2. It is early voting, trying to take them wire to wire here. Early voting in front. Mo Donegal comes on through down on the inside to grab second. It is early voting in front. A challenge here from Mo Donegal. Early voting trying to hold on with a 16th to the finish. Mo Donegal bearing down on the outside. It's Mo Donegal and early voting, and it is Mo Donegal.
And Mo Donegal and Joel Rosario making an exciting finish, getting up for the win for trainer Todd Pletcher.
Yeah, I thought he was good, Danny. 96 buyer against the grain of the track. Everything that was winning up top. Todd now 7 Wood Memorial wins. That ties him with Sonny Jim Fitzsimmons. But here's the interesting stat on the Wood. I don't know what this means for Kentucky, but the last Wood Memorial winner to win the Derby was Funnyside in 2003. Listen to this. Since then, 39 Wood Memorial horses have gone to the Derby. None of them have finished in the top 3. I don't know what that means, but I think Mo Donegal's a contender. Obviously, Todd knows how to win the Derby. It's really well bred by Uncle Mo, but just keep that in mind as you handicap the Derby.
Well, I was there to celebrate, and the Donegal Racing, they had a whole fleet of people there.
They always do.
And I got to be honest, Morello just did not look like he was going to run his A race.
Yeah,
so.
Danny texted me before the race, said Morello does not look good. I mean, he broke so bad, it's hard to know what was going on. He was eliminated at the start, but I don't know if they're going to go on. They have enough points, obviously, to go on if they want to. We'll see if he goes. But how about the Remsen Stakes from last year? All the good horses coming out of that race, and we'll all head to the Derby. It's one of the key races from the 2-year-old season last year.
Oh, it certainly is. A quick question. Does Rosario ride Mo Donegal or Epicenter?
No, Rosario's going to ride Epicenter, and Irad Ortiz will be riding Mo Donegal in the Derby.
Well, there we go. Well, we're going to head to Santa Anita. It's the Grade 1 Santa Anita Derby, 1.125 miles for 3-year-olds, $750,000 purse, and our favorite is Forbidden Kingdom, even money, Juan Hernandez.
Yeah, this went back and forth, Forbidden Kingdom and Messier, and right at the end, Forbidden Kingdom went down to even money. All speed for Dick Mandela, son of American Pharaoh. Can he take his speed this far?
And Messier gets second choice with his new trainer, Tim Yakteen.
Right, half of the field was Tim Yakteen horses or former Bob Baffert horses, and Messier, obviously the best on paper, just won the Robert Lewis by 15, got the so far 3-year-old season high buyer of 103.
Here's the call with Frank Miramadia, the Santa Anita Derby.
Forbidden Kingdom goes a bit wide into the first turn, and Messier moves right into second. The favorites are 1-2 as they head to the 6-furlong pole. 2 more back to Taba in third. Then it's Armagnac, fourth, 5 lengths off the leader. Happy Jack is next, Win the Day far back. Field heads to the 5/8 pole, chasing Forbidden Kingdom, who's cruising along. He's in front by 1.5 lengths. Messier getting a little bit closer in second. It's 3 more back to Taba by himself in third, and Armagnac is fourth now, 6 lengths off the lead. Big gap to Happy Jack and Win the Day. They're heading to the 3/8 pole in the Run Happy Santa Anita Derby, and Forbidden Kingdom has been the controlling speed. Messier moving in now within 1/2 length. Taba has just 2 to make up as they come toward the quarter pole. Armagnac fourth, and Messier has taken the lead at the quarter pole and quickly pulls away from Forbidden Kingdom. Taba running a giant race on the outside, 3/16 of a mile to run, and it's Messier and Taba 1-2. Forbidden Kingdom 5 behind, inside the 8th pole. Messier, Taba running lights out on the outside, and here's Taba getting the upper hand in the final stages.
And Taba gets the win with jockey Mike Smith in a thriller.
This was an amazing race in so many ways, Danny. This was one of the former Baffert horses. I remember when he broke his maiden on March the 5th. It was incredibly impressive, 103 buyer, but you're thinking, wait a second, hold on. Breaks his maiden, now we're going to a grade 1 against 2 established horses. This is crazy. Everybody around the horse said no, except the owner, who said we're running just in case he's like a superstar, we can run in the Derby. And who is this owner? Just happens to be the same guy who owned Medina Spirit, and he's not happy about what happened at the Derby last year. But whatever it was, this was a dazzling performance. 102. Taba's going to come in with the only 2 triple-digit buyers. Can a horse win the Derby off of 2 starts? I don't know, but man, was this impressive in every imaginable way. Gary Young, the clocker, didn't like his last work, said don't run him. Tim Yakteen said don't run him. Everybody said don't run him. Well, they're running him in the Derby off of that performance. That was powerhouse.
Well, we'll see him there in Kentucky. Obviously, the bummer there, Forbidden Kingdom, not going to go on to the Derby, going to get treated for an issue with his epiglottis.
Right, so I don't know whether that was the cause of him just coming to a halt in the stretch, but something was off. I thought Messier ran well, and obviously he'll come back in the Derby after his 2nd place finish.
Well, the Derby's taken shape, and we're going to head to another break. When we come back, our jockey and trainer of the week and race recap. All this coming up on Let's Go Racing. Welcome back to Let's Go Racing. Our jockey and trainer of the week is brought to you by Turning for Home, our racehorse retirement program here at Parks Racing. And our jockey of the week is Frankie Pennington. He had a nice win in New York on Sunday and a few wins on Monday.
Frankie, always our jockey of the week.
He certainly is. And our trainer of the week is board member Ed Coletti. roll it on Monday with a few wins.
Good for Ed.
Good for Ed. We love our Pennsylvania breds. Well, let's jump right into it. Race recap at Aqueduct. It's the Grade 1 Carter Handicap. $300,000 going 7 furlongs, and it's all about the Bill Mott horse, Speaker's Corner.
Yeah, it's all about Speaker's Corner. It's one of the hottest horses in the country. Mentioned last year in Pennsylvania Derby, he was one of many who's come out of that to fire big, and this was a giant race. 114 buyer. He crushed the field. We'll see him in the Met Mile, maybe against Flightline.
Yeah, and he won under an absolute hand ride with jockey Junior Alvarado. Well, let's jump over to the fillies. It's the Grade 3 Gazelle Stakes. 3-year-olds getting Kentucky Oaks points going a mile and an eighth, $250,000. Butch Reed did send up Morning Matcha, who needed a lot of pace. You see her in the back of the field, but it's Grand Motion's horse, Nostalgic.
Yeah, she did need a lot of pace, and there was none, Danny. They went 24, 48, 49, 26. No chance to close for Morning Matcha, but Nostalgic, the 3. Grand Motion, Jose Ortiz goes by the favorite, Venti Valentine, who'd been there the whole way, just could not hold on. I don't know if there's any Kentucky Oaks horses in this race, only an 86 buyer.
I know that there's a lot of hearts there with Venti Valentine, the New York bred, and,
Yep.
and I was there, and to be honest, when I looked in the paddock, Nostalgic did stand out to
There you
me.
go,
So
Grand Motion, my man.
no surprise there. Well, it's time for Ion Racing, and there's one more Kentucky
Yes.
Derby points race today, the Stone Street Lexington.
The Stone Street Lexington, and is there a chance John Service is going to be running in this race, Danny?
I certainly think so.
John Service. I don't know that John necessarily wants to go on to the Derby, but I think John will have a horse in the Lexington.
Great. And also at Keeneland, the Grade 1 Jenny Wiley Stakes on the turf.
Keeneland is great. They had a gigantic handle on Bluegrass Day. They do one of the great jobs, especially when they don't post the wrong numbers, which did happen
Definitely.
sadly on Friday.
I saw that. Hopefully they get a little better weather.
Yes.
But there's going to be some Parks shippers down at Laurel. They have 4 stakes. The Tessio Stakes, which is a
prep for the Preakness.
Prep for the Preakness.
Winning in.
I know Freddie Velasquez is going to take one more shot with Smarten Up.
Very nice. Love to see Smarten Up run well.
Keep an eye there, and your eye is going to go into Frank Whiteley.
Of course
He's
he
trying
is.
to get into the Breeders' Cup Sprint.
Of course he is. He's your right.
Well, it's time for our final break. When we come back, news and notes.
Racehorses are pampered.
Treated with care and loved.
Nothing is more important than their health and their safety.
We do right by them,
And they do right by us.
the hard-working folks
Who proudly earn our living.
In Pennsylvania's horse racing,
and breeding industries.
Horse racing is a lot of fun.
but it's so much more.
It provides tens of thousands of jobs,
Jobs and billions in economic impact each year.
all across the Commonwealth.
Horse racing in Pennsylvania. It's a winner.
Welcome back to Let's Go Racing. Our news and notes is brought to you by the Granny Fund, which provides continuing education for our backstretch community. And we're continuing on with our Saturdays on Sirius XM Channel 85. And I'm up today.
There you go, 11 o'clock.
Going to talk parks. And longtime horseman Manny Mendez did pass recently, and we did honor him on Monday at the races. He was a longtime assistant for our board member, Phil Aristone.
Yeah, no question. A great guy. Worked for a great guy.
Yeah, Manny been around a long time, and you wrote a pretty good story this week.
So I'm writing about Just One Time and the whole backstory of how they got this mare and how good she's become, Danny, and we look forward to what's next.
Great show today. That wraps us up. Come join us Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday at Parks Racing, post time 12:55. Me and Dick, thank you for joining us. We'll see you next week on Let's Go Racing.
And they're off. Speaker's Corner has early speed. Hot Rod Charlie, Midnight Bourbon, American Revolution. American Revolution, a 16th to go. Hot Rod Charlie is opening up. Hot Rod Charlie will win the Pennsylvania Derby.